Let me know. Hey, folks, welcome to the TD Report. We're here. Um, Unfortunately, we're here today um, for the passing of um, Mr. Dwayne Haskins Jr. Um, these guys here are Redskin Commander fans, and 3 years ago he was first round, one of their first round draft picks. But it's deeper than that because here in our area in the DMV, which most people don't realize, is that over the last modern era, I think Dwayne Haskins was the highest quarterback from here to ever go in the draft. He finished third or fourth in the Heisman.
Mhm.
Um, well, how
To
you
play in the
felt
hometown.
what he
Yeah.
did with the Commanders or the Redskins? He's playing in the hometown. He was graduate of Bullis, Under Armour All American, the best parents in the world. I mean, real. When I say Christian folks, really, really great folks. Right here to me is very. This is very sad because the kid, 3 weeks, he turns 20. He would have turned
25.
25,
Yeah, 3 weeks.
May,
and
may,
and May 3rd. I mean,
Yeah, tons of potential. I
yeah,
mean,
fellas. That
tons of life to live. I mean, it's truly tragic. And
yeah,
eh, I mean, I waking up at a loss for words for it. I mean, we seen the kid. I've seen the kid playing since he was young, but down here in Riverdale.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, dude.
yeah,
This will hurt, Dev.
tough, man.
Right,
The
Dev.
last
Which
image,
what? Go ahead, Dev.
the image I have of him is I had a chance to go see him in his senior year of
and I
high
think
school, and they were playing, I believe, uh, the school in Annapolis. What's the name of
Napa's
this?
Christian
Yeah, in
or
the no, the one that Spalding. They're playing Spalding,
oh, okay,
Spalding,
okay,
yeah, Spalding.
Devin. Yeah,
in the conference championship game, and he had really got hit. His leg might have been broke or had a really severe sprain on a hit he took earlier in that game. And it was raining cats and dogs. And this kid was throwing dimes.
Dimes.
And he picked himself up off the field a few times. Like, I mean, they were killing him. And he led them down the field on one leg to win the championship. The game winning touchdown, 4th and 18 from the 24. He threw a ball that only only NFL quarterbacks could dream about making that throw most of the time. That throw in that weather, that's when I said, "Oh yeah, this kid." I already knew he had. I seen him play in Pop Warner. I knew he had. I knew he was good and stuff. But that's the lasting image I have of him. Is that
yeah.
so it's sad, man, because the kid. I thought the Steelers organization was a perfect spot for him. I feel
Subtime
like
Georgetown
checking
Prep.
in, man.
He said it
Georgetown
was
prep.
against Prep.
Georgetown Prep,
Yeah,
Georgetown
that's what it
Prep,
was.
Tommy
Yeah.
Prep.
Johnson.
Okay, yep. Prep. Thank you, Tommy. And I watched this kid just grow up into. I saw the videos where he said he was going to Ohio State when he went to visit that time, and he ended up being starting
Jody
quarterback
and
and
Mike.
ended up third or fourth in the Heisman Trophy rating voting as you said, and threw 50 touchdowns and 8 picks that year. My only thing
Which
is I wish he had stayed one more year. I thought one more year would have really made him. It would have done
Static.
more for him. I think he needed that extra year, but it's sad, man. Like you said, this area we haven't had a guy drafted that high from this area ever. So it says a lot about the
Real
talent
static.
that he had, uh, and
yeah.
he changed the whole way things were done around here because Maryland was slated to have him, and he went to Ohio State, and that was a huge loss for Maryland. They've never recovered from that.
They never recovered
They
from
never
that.
recovered from that. So but it's just sad, man. It's sad.
And Jody is an Ohio State fan, correct, Jody? That's one of your teams, or you
Jody,
just
unplug your mic and
unplug your
unspin the
mic, Jody.
cord and then plug it back in.
So, guy, folks, we came on
My
here
bad, Devin. I didn't mean to mute
to
you, man.
we we
You cool,
we
man.
come on here to pay homage to our guy. He's a DMV guy. He was from Jersey, came to DMV, and it's it's very, very personal with me and all my buddies Tommy and Al and all those guys because I'm friends with his family. And Cody, you saw last year, his family reached out and sponsored a hole at the golf
Yeah,
tournament
yeah,
for us.
absolutely.
I mean, even
And they're
to
good
this
peoples,
day,
great
I
peoples.
wear Haskins Foundation
Mm-hmm.
thing every day on my wrist. It's on my wrist constantly. What those folks stand for and what his people stand for. Um, man, it's
There we go,
I,
Jody.
I
You're
really
good.
just can't believe I'm here with this. I really can't believe that we're here right now, today, when we want to be talking about the draft. We're talking about someone who was just drafted 3 years ago, who's passed away and didn't even turn 25 yet. You know,
Tragic.
we all older than 25.
Mm-hmm.
Cody just turned 30. I just turned 50. You know, you just turned over 40. You about to be 45.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've all hit those things, but the first big one, 25.
Yep.
Let's not overrate it. 25. That's
Mm-hmm.
your first big one right there.
Yep.
He was 3 weeks away from that. That
You know, and
this is
I wanna kind of wait for more details to come out just to kind of understand. You know, I'm not that it will make a difference, but I feel like being able to understand a little bit more of what happened in my mind will give it more understanding. And it's just, yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough
It's
to be able
unfortunate,
to
man.
see someone come up from that young, to see the potential that they have, and kind of watch them grow, get to where they are, and finally find a good spot in the league for them, and things kind of start moving that way, and to kind of be stripped away is just, I mean, tragic is not the right word. It doesn't say enough, and I mean, it's tough.
yeah,
It's a big loss, big loss.
my heart goes out to his family, to the Bullish family, to the Ohio State family,
Mm-hmm.
and even to the Washington football team
Yeah.
family because you know no matter what,
Well,
he was drafted here.
I don't know if you saw that Ron Rivera
Yeah, he
released a
posted.
statement,
Yeah.
and so did Dan and Tanya Snyder also released a statement.
That that
Rivera said, "I'm absolutely heartbroken to hear the news of the passing of Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne was a talented young man who had a long life ahead of him, and it's a very sad time, and I'm honestly at a loss for words. I know I speak for the rest of our team saying that he'll be sorely missed. Our entire team is sending heartfelt condolences and thoughts and prayers to the Haskins family at this time." And then
yeah,
Dan and Tanya.
that's class.
Yeah, Dan and Tanya said, "We're devastated to hear the news of the tragic passing of Dwayne Haskins Jr. He was a young man with tremendous amount of potential who had an infectious personality. To say we're heartbroken is an understatement. Our hearts and prayers are with the members of Dwayne's family and all of those who knew and loved him."
Wow.
And
Wow.
then Tomlin released a statement shortly before both of those. He said, "I'm devastated and at a loss for words with this unfortunate passing of Dwayne. He quickly became a part of our Steelers family upon his arrival in Pittsburgh and was one of the hardest workers here, both on the field and in our community. Dwayne was a great teammate, but even more a tremendous friend to so many. I'm truly heartbroken. Our thoughts and prayers are with his wife and his entire family during this difficult time."
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
Yeah,
I
I
mean
expect.
Yeah.
that's kind of the heartbeat across all of social medias right now. I mean, with everyone who knew him, the NFLPA just put out a tweet in memory of him, and yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd expect.
he loved his teammates, he loved the game, and he'll be truly missed. Prayers to the family of Dwayne Haskins.
Waiting to hear from Urban Meyer and Ryan Day. I know they'll be putting
Oh
their
yeah,
comments out because he still was real close with both of them guys. So, uh, pretty sure you'll be hearing from them too. Ohio State, head former coach and current coach who played a huge role in his tutelage to get him to the
absolutely.
level he was. They both were huge parts of his development. So, uh, you know, it's crazy, unfortunate, man. Just I saw it come across my timeline from Adam Schefter, and if Adam Schefter speaks it, it's gospel. So
Yeah,
when he says it, it's gospel. So when I
and
saw that, you
I
know,
almost didn't like how he slighted him in that first tweet either, and
yeah,
he
he did
deleted it and
slightly.
went back. And
Yeah,
he
he
deleted
always
that
does.
tweet yeah, and
He
I
has
don't
a
think that
habit
was
of that.
necessary. Yeah, I don't think
He
that
has
was
a bad habit
necessary
of
at
that.
all. But
What did he
Mm-hmm.
do? What did he say?
his opening tweet said, "You know what? Here, let me pull it up because I had it
Yeah,
screenshotted.
See, you find out a lot about people
you.
when
Exactly. Yeah.
tragedy happens. You find a lot
Absolutely.
out about folks.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely. So
we may
his first
argue
tweet
about
said,
sports. Go ahead.
Dwayne Haskins, a standout at Ohio State before struggling to catch on with Washington and Pittsburgh in the NFL, died this morning when he got hit by a car in South Florida per his
That's
agent.
fucking unnecessary.
Yeah, and Josina Anderson came out and
Scheffner,
spoke publicly, and that tweet's moving too, that says his family deserves an apology. They don't need to hear about his professional struggles on the
No, they
same
don't.
way. Unfortunate death.
Scheffner, no, I don't give a shit. He should be fired. Fuck him.
He just got that big
Fuck him.
contract too. Just
I
got that
don't
huge
care.
extension.
As soon as
care.
people
He should
started
be fired.
talking about it, he deleted
He
it.
should be fired.
Yeah.
I know. He
Recorrected
should
it.
be
But
fired. When
yeah,
I see him in Vegas, I'm going at his ass in 3 weeks. He should be fired. Fired.
yeah.
And y'all think I'm bullshitting.
Nah,
I'm on here live,
I
and
know
I'm
you.
going
I
right
know
at his
you.
ass.
Yeah, because
I'm
that's
going right
it's a
at
low
his ass.
blow,
He
and there's
should be
no
fired. That's
reason to
fucking
say
low
that.
blow.
This has nothing to do with what the news is
Nothing to do with any
and the
damn
topic.
thing.
And yeah,
That's so not
it's
important
ridiculous.
right now. We're talking about human life. Football is way
Yeah.
down the line. We're talking about human life.
Absolutely, Alfred. Absolutely, Al. Yeah, it's over that one. That's crazy.
Dude, guys, I didn't want to take too much of your time. I just wanted to kind of, pay our respects before we come back on Wednesday or Thursday night. I wanted to get on one of these. Sometimes you have to get these emergency things in. And I just wanted to make sure that, we're speaking for the DMV. Jody is actually up in Ohio, so he's up there. He's actually an Ohio State fan, too. But we're speaking from here and speaking to some people who've known him longer than I have. Crushed. This is crushing.
Yeah.
Whether he played with Commanders, whether he played with Cowboys, whether he played with Steelers, we don't give a crap. That ain't got nothing to do with your life.
It's more of the hometown vibe and the fact that the kid grew up here with tons of potential and made it out of somewhere that we're from as well, and had so much room to grow and was finally kind of getting his feet set.
Draft pick.
Yeah, and
Third and fourth in the Heisman. Highest draft pick. We don't produce quarterbacks here.
same. I was ready to see him ball.
We produce that quarterback.
And it's crazy because he was with a franchise that was going to let him grow and give him
And
time
develop
to get
him.
himself together.
Exactly.
That's the
Believed
thing.
in
He
him.
had it.
Yep.
Yes. So tomorrow evening, I'll come back on and let you guys know so we'll post it. But I have a piece I put together on him. I've written some stuff on him for the Shadow League in the past. So I posted 3 or 4 articles, and then if you type in Shadow League and type in Devon Mason, you'll see the article. The very first piece I ever did with them in 2020 was talking about him and his situation with Ron Rivera and how the relationship was deteriorating right before our eyes. Then I wrote another one in January when Ron Rivera released him, right when Ron Rivera cut him. I wrote one then. Then I wrote another one when he got to the Steelers and some of the things that, was being said about his work ethic and things. And he needed to get that together about him tweeting, doing warm-ups on the sideline and stuff. And then Tomlin coming back and saying he's starting to really understand what a professional is. And
Right. The
just
growth.
his growth.
Yep.
You can see it kind of, the articles take you through his growth. And so go check him out. And then there'll be one tomorrow just commemorating him and his life gone too soon. So just check that out when y'all get a minute tomorrow evening.
I'm glad you said that. Folks, for everybody who's looking at that, you see the way Devin put that together and talked about his struggles, but talked about the growth, not just say his struggle, but going to take you through how you develop a player and where he came from.
Because it's
not
more than
just
just
throw
that.
him under the bus.
It's more than just that.
Yeah.
There's so
He
much
shouldn't
more.
be making that money. When I go to Vegas, Scheffner, you're gonna see my ass.
But that's what
You're gonna see my black ass.
that's what football coaches do. When you tear a kid down, you build him back up. That's all part
Absolutely.
of the job. You might
It's
tear
not.
him
It's
down.
not.
Your
It's
job
not.
is
It's
to
not just.
bring him back up.
It's a 1-2.
And
It's a 1-2.
yes, and that was the difference between that was the issue I had with Ron Rivera when he was here. You were so gung ho on. You never made the kid work for the job. You basically just threw him out there and said either you fail or you survive. And then the Ravens game, I always go back to that Ravens game on 4th and 18 from the 25. He throws it a check down because he didn't want to make a mistake because he thinks he throws a pick, you're gonna be mad. So and then you still upset. So at the end of the day, the kid had no chance. He had no chance here.
Yeah,
we didn't give him a real chance.
And I've spoken on that multiple
Yes, he screwed that
episodes of
kid
his
over, man.
situation here and how he was. It was just a thing that he wasn't really set up in a situation that believed in him and wanted to develop him, and that's why I was
Yep.
very happy when he went to Pittsburgh
He
because
had 3
he
offenses
had a
in 2
true
years.
Yeah.
support system
Good.
around him.
Good.
Offenses in 2 years, and then the pandemic hit.
3.
Well,
With
this
nowhere.
was the worst place.
He was a
When
rookie.
I
I mean, we went through the timeline. I mean,
yeah,
the guy came in. He was drafted.
Jay Gruden didn't want him.
He was drafted by a coach who didn't want it.
Yeah.
They publicly bashed when they drafted him and said,
Yep. When your coach says you're 2-3 years
that
away
coach
from
was
playing,
gone. He got an
that's a
intern
sign.
coach. Got an intern coach. Yeah, and he started wrestling something, making better. Yeah, I mean, and he had 3 whole new offenses to learn, whole new systems to learn as a rookie. You know, and none of those 3 believed in him. So when he got to Pittsburgh, it was a great thing, man. I was really happy for him. I was excited to see him ball out this year. I wanted to, I really thought he had a great chance and a great.
Oh, he was going to compete. He was going to push Trubisky in there because his arm is like that. He was going to push them dudes. So don't get it twisted. Listen, we're talking about his age.
I've been saying it since he went.
He wasn't even. He's 25 this year. He'd have been 25 in the fall. That's young for a quarterback.
That's young.
Well, Kevin O'Connell owes him a lot of his success because he made O'Connell look good at the end of that year. That people put O'Connell's name on the map as a coordinator.
He sure did.
So O'Connell is now the head coach of the Vikings, isn't he? So
yeah, but he went from there to San Fran and then to the Vikings.
Yeah, he went from there to the Rams.
LA. Yeah, LA.
But
yeah.
But Dwayne Haskins played a huge role in his first getting a chance to call plays, and he Haskins threw 6 touchdowns and I think 1 pick them last 2 weeks where he got hurt. He looked really good being in that offense that O'Connell had put around him.
Right.
So like I said, the first article I wrote was when I said, Dwayne Haskins is coming to Washington where quarterbacks come to die. And that article resonates still to this day. They cannot develop a quarterback around here. They don't have the right people. They don't have the right attitudes. They don't have the way it takes. A quarterback should always feel his coordinator and his quarterback coach are the median between him and the head coach. That has never been the issue here. When the quarterback struggles here, the head coach is always in on it. I get you the head coach, but there's a reason why there's a QB coach and a coordinator. Their job is to handle the crap from the coach to keep that off your back.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. If you look at it, we've had decent QB play, and every one of those coordinators has gone somewhere and became a head coach, and is most of them, 90% of them, made a Super Bowl appearance within the first couple of years. So it's the coaching talent has been here. It's just a matter of everyone being on the same page is what I think has been a big problem in Washington for decades, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon with the way the hierarchy is. Until that changes, it's going to be that way for a while.
He came off the bench against Michigan that year and was 7 for 7 when Wilson got hurt. Barrett got hurt, and then Harbaugh shook his head and said, "We blitzed him, we hit him, and he still made throws." He said the win it was a bad day.
I just retweeted that whole every pass that he made when he came back with that 3-scoring drive in the third quarter. I mean, and that alone is and people can say what they want about it. There is no fluke in that. You don't do that for a whole quarter and a half and come back against a team like that with a defense like that when they were playing like that.
In the big house.
In the big house.
In the big house.
That's talent, man. Come on, man. That's just stone cold talent. And he's a baller.
He was a baller, man. Just sad. Yeah. Just so sad.
Yeah, it is sad, man. And to his family and his friends and Tommy and all you guys from Bullets, and man, our hearts go out to you guys, man. They really do.
Absolutely.
Our hearts go out to you. We don't care what team he played for. His struggles in the pros, none of that crap matters right now.
Right.
What matters is his family. And what Scheffner did, he should be fired for that insensitive tweet. I don't care how much money he making. We
I'll
can do
call
your
him out
job,
tomorrow.
Adam.
I call him out. I put it in the article.
Come
I'm gonna
on.
tag him in it.
Call
I'm
his
gonna put him in
ass
the
out
article.
for
I'm gonna call him
everything.
out. I got him.
That's
I got him.
ridiculous, man.
I'm gonna call him out. Yes, I'm gonna tag him and ESPN and their boss. I'm gonna tag the boss. I have
Tell
his
they
name.
back.
I'm gonna tag him.
Don't worry,
And
they
I'm
gonna see
sure,
me
I'm
and
sure
Vegas.
he'll release some tweet apologizing.
Yeah,
and
and
it'll be forgotten about.
fuck that. Because your first tweet is how you really felt. And that's how you really fucking felt.
He did that not
And
too
if
long
that's
ago
the
to
first
somebody
thing,
else, didn't he?
He
He
did.
did that to somebody else not too long ago. He apologized an hour later when he took it down. I
Fuck
forgot
that.
who he did that to.
Yep.
I don't care.
Yep.
Chef Nut, this is to you. You
He's
ass.
something, man. He's something.
Yeah.
He's
No,
a
I think-
brilliant guy.
Yeah,
that was.
He's good at his job, but he sucks at.
You could be good at your job too when all the GMs call you and everybody calling you. If they
Yeah,
were
so he
calling
just
us,
has good
we
sources.
could do that
He's got
shit.
good sources.
He just
He's got
when
great
you got the
sources.
damn general manager, man, F them.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's time to go, fellas. Thank you, man.
Review.
Hey,
Yeah.
DMB
Thanks for
football
watching,
will never
y'all.
be the same, baby.
Appreciate you
Some
guys.
things we
man.
got to do, brother. All right.
Okay.
See
All right,
you
man.
guys.
Appreciate you guys. All right, coach. All right, Tony.
All right.
All right.
Take care, y'all.